everyone. I want to go ahead on some reasons why the Nintendo Switch Lite could be a better console than the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I do think that the Nintendo Switch 2 is way better than the Switch Lite in every single way, but if I had to play devil's advocate for a little bit, you could come up with some reasons why the Nintendo Switch Lite could be an overall better console than the Switch 2. Now, number one, the portability of the Nintendo Switch Lite. The Switch Lite is a much smaller, sleeker console than something like the Nintendo Switch 2. So if you're somebody who wants to go ahead and have somewhat of like a hybrid type of console, well, you could theoretically go ahead and pick up something like the Nintendo Switch Lite and be able to buy a console that is going to be giving you basically a much more portable type of experience. So that is something that is actually kind of cool. You know, if you're wanting something that's a little smaller, well, you're going to have that type of capability inside of that type of console. And I do think that is actually a nice thing to basically be able to experience there inside of that type of device. Now, another thing going on for the Nintendo Switch Lite is also the fact that this is a much cheaper console to go ahead and buy as well. So one thing that I do like about the Nintendo Switch Lite, when it retailed, it was about $200. And nowadays you can go ahead and buy these types of consoles for a very, very cheap amount. These consoles are very cheap. They do not cost that much money. I mean, they're relatively to the Nintendo Switch Lite, they're significantly cheaper. And I do think that right there is another big advantage for something like the Nintendo Switch Lite over the Nintendo Switch 2. And finally, the accessories and the games that are available for the Nintendo Switch Lite, there are a ton of them. And there's going to be a lot more cheaper variety of games for the Switch Lite than there are for the new Nintendo Switch 2 games. Now, the Switch 2 can play Nintendo Switch 1 games, but when it comes down to even the accessories, like a microSD card, you can plug in a regular microSD card inside of the Switch Lite and dump all your games there. Whereas on the Switch 2, you have to buy the microSD card express card, which is a better microSD card, but it is more expensive. So the Switch 2 is just an overall more expensive console, where the Switch Lite is more portable, it's cheaper, and it will still give you a really good experience for the most part. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, till then.